if you're keen to get along to ANZAC services at 6 a.m. here in Tokoroa, the ANZAC Day Dawn Parade is at 6 a.m. at the Tokoroa RSA. Well, actually, it's the Tokoroa Club. And then the civic service is at the South Waikato District Council chambers, or not chambers, at the South Waikato District Council office out the front there. So get along tomorrow in remembrance of our ANZACs, lest we forget. Joining me today, I've got Sione and Lulu. We're firstly going to talk a little bit about ANZAC and their memories of their ANZAC days. Sione, growing up here in the South Waikato, ANZAC Day, was it a big day for you?
Yeah, I mean, just like everyone else, ANZAC was important to all of us. The sacrifices that those men made to give us a better future. So we learn a lot during school, and obviously when you do any type of school, ANZAC is something big that gets brought up in our education.
Nice. Hey, I'm going to bring Lulu in on this one as well. She's going to be coming up very shortly, but ANZAC Day, as a young fella growing up here in Tokoroa, Sione, what were some of the things that you used to do as a young fella on ANZAC Day?
Yeah, so I was a part of the Services Academy program at Tokoroa High School, and during that time we had the privilege of marching, obviously with everyone in town. So we would start our march 5 a.m. We'll meet up. I think we'll do our march from St. John's to the Toke Club, where we do the flag raising. We would have breakfast there, and then we'll carry on our march to the council building. And then after we got to the council building, that's why I like the ANZAC so much, because we would finish at McDonald's.
That's pretty handy. Like your story, I like your story. Because when I was a young guy, we used to walk from, I think it was Clyde Street, up towards town on Bridge Street, and we would go to the Memorial Hall, which is the old picture theatre now. So, yeah, we used to walk there. But there used to be like Boys Brigade, there used to be other church denominations, then soldiers, and then returned servicemen. So we all used to be in one line. We all would march up to the Memorial Hall and file in, and we'll sit there for a service, a remembrance service to all the returned servicemen. It was a huge thing for us back in those days, and no shops used to be open back in my day. So used to be open. Then I think maybe years afterwards they would open at midday, and then now I think most shops are open
24/7.
Yeah, you know. So that's the ANZAC Day parade for us. So bit of a busy day, ANZAC Day. These days, not so busy, but we still hold the remembrance or civic services and also the dawn parades around the country. Always ceremony. A big day. I don't remember
Hey, bro, you're cutting out, eh?
So, what do you remember from your parents being, or your grandparents going to ANZAC days?
Well, it's most of the ANZAC days that I could remember were when I was in high school. So obviously when I joined the Services Academy, that's where the whole McDonald's that's where the whole McDonald's thing came from, because my nana would meet me there. You know, they would be waiting down by the warehouse, and waiting for us to finish our formation, and then they would just say how proud they were that I'd done this walk on behalf of them. So it's important to everyone in New Zealand, the sacrifices they made.
Yeah, it wasn't until later on in life where I found that Pacific, like Samoan, Cook Islands, and other Pacific nations, they also sent men over, men and women. Oh, no, hold on. Let me get that right. I think it might have just been men. Interesting times.
Yeah, I did hear a bit. I definitely know, obviously, when I done some research during school, that there were a couple of Samoans that did help out during that time. They didn't help out on the battlefield, but they were there supporting them. So I'm not too sure. Again, my memory from back in high school is not really that. It's not that good.
We've got a couple of podcasters listening to us. If you got a question, pop them up, and we'll hopefully answer. Oh, I've got a question for you. What does ANZAC Day mean for you and your family? I've got Lulu who's going to join us now. Lulu, are you there?
Yes.
G'day, Lulu. Hey, Lulu, what does ANZAC Day mean to you?
Hold on a minute, I'm just setting myself up properly.
So what does ANZAC Day mean to you, dear Lulu?
So, sorry. So it's a time where we honour those who have fought in World War One. The Australian and the New Zealand soldiers.
Nice. And so, like growing up, Lulu, growing up here in Aotearoa, did you ever, as a child or as a teenager, did you ever? What did you do on ANZAC Day? Were there any special things?
Yeah, we'd get up early and we'd go down. Gosh, I can't even remember where it was, but just to be there to be part of the ANZAC celebrations. Like the dawn service.
Yep. Hey, talking about the dawn services, tomorrow morning here in Tokoroa, the dawn service will kick off at about 6 o'clock. Gather around at 5:45 down at the Tokoroa Club. And they have a bit of a march, but also too at 9 a.m. outside the council buildings, across from the warehouse, the South Waikato District Council buildings. There will also be a civic celebration there for ANZAC Day. Hey, also too, at I think it's 7 a.m. SWPICS, South Waikato Pacific Island Community Services, they will be having breakfast at the event centre tomorrow morning. It's just celebrating ANZAC Day. They've got a pretty special menu going on there. So get on down to the South Waikato Event Centre tomorrow morning. Pretty cool. Hey guys, while I've got you on there, let's talk about some of the service that you provide up there at TCOS. Sione, firstly, what are the things that you do in your role?
Oh yeah. So pretty much I run programs either one-on-one or as a group with kids aged from 6 to 16, pretty much 6 to 16, and I just help them out with different types of programs and it's all based around the needs that they have. But the process to get onto that service is a closed process. So all my referrals come directly from SWIS, which is our service, our social worker in schools.
Nice. So a pretty specialised kind of role you've got there, Sione.
Yeah, definitely. And also, sorry, I did forget to mention that I mainly work with young boys that need support.
Nice. All right, thanks, Sione. Lulu, let's go to you. Lulu, so tell us a little bit about your role as the whānau resilience coordinator.
So I work with families around family violence. I work with offenders as well as the victims. I help them to navigate services that they might need to support them to get through the trauma that they have faced. I work with all ages. I work in Toro, Manaki, or Pataru. I also do one-on-one tailored programs for the families that I work with.
Nice. When you say tailored programs, what does that mean?
So we might have a family that come in with trauma. Well, we have families that come in with trauma, and it's pinpointing the trauma that they are facing and how to support them to get through that trauma. So one of the projects that we do is this. This is salt that's been coloured by chalk, and it represents whatever families want with them. So it could be that yellow is the sunshine, pink reminds me of mum, just different things like that.
Okay, so we've got a question come through. Why do you think remembering ANZAC is still important? Sione, let's go to you.
I think it's just acknowledging the history that happened. Acknowledging the sacrifices that these men made and women made to make, our society, our country, a better place. A better place. That's why I think it's important.
Why do you think remembering ANZAC Day is still important, Lulu?
On a personal note, it's about how our whānau went out and supported our country.
Nice. Beautiful. Okay, that's all we've got for today. Here at Tukaro Council of Social Services, our podcast for the year. Thank you, Putz, for putting everything together. It's been a little bit of a journey, whānau. It's been a journey. But this is the first of the year. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Talking that up. Tukaro Council of Social Services signing off.